5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The entrance music, yeah, here it is, entrance music. We're so awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Woo!
Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Mike,
I'm Micah.
and this is
MnM
MnM Gaming,
Gaming.
episode
1.
1. This is
It's a
our,
2. That was a 2.
I guess that would be 2, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Episode 1.
1.
Is that 2 now?
Okay. 1.
1.
Okay, we got it.
This is the very first episode of something that I think is going to be pretty cool.
It is.
We are going to be talking about video games, and we are going to try to take a very unique spin on this, because I know there's tons of video game sites and blogs and YouTube
all that
channels.
jazz.
Yep, all that out there.
And pizzazz.
We're going to try to take a spin on it from a
10-year-old.
10-year-old kid's perspective
And a 29-year-old.
and a 29-year-old parent perspective.
I read that off your blog.
Oh, thanks. First off, I'd like to get you guys to go check out our blog page at mnmgaming.blogspot.com.
Or you can follow us on Twitter at Gaming with MnM.
We like to kick this blog off by telling you guys a little bit about ourselves. I'm Mike. I am 29 years old. I am a communications coordinator here at a healthcare company in Nashville. We live in Nashville, Tennessee. I really like to play video games. I'm a huge football fan. The Washington Redskins, unfortunately, are my favorite team. They have not had a winning season, I feel like, in forever. They are pretty bad. What else do I like to do?
Clean.
I don't like to clean.
That was...
I do not like to clean, I can tell you that. So, Micah, man, you want to tell everybody about yourself?
Sure. My name's Micah. I'm 10. I am a student. I'm in 4th grade.
4th grade.
Favorite team is the Denver Broncos from the NFL.
Who is your favorite player on the Denver Broncos?
Peyton Manning.
Yeah, we'll see if he's a Broncos fan after Peyton retires.
I like playing video games a lot of the time. TV. I like watching TV. I like going outside, playing soccer, riding my bike around and stuff, playing with my friends outside.
Very cool. So, very, very important question here. The question of the day. What is your favorite video game of all time?
Pokemon.
Pokemon. Which one's your favorite Pokemon? Which Pokemon is your favorite? Like, which Pokemon game is your favorite?
Probably the newest one, Omega Ruby. But I have a question for you.
Ooh.
What's your all-time favorite game of all time?
My all-time favorite game of all time would have to be a game that not many of our viewers will know, but maybe the parents would know. It's a game called Chrono Trigger. It's a game I played a long time ago on a Super Nintendo, which you guys have probably never seen before. But it's an awesome game, very great childhood memories playing that with my cousins. So, alright, so that was a little bit about ourselves. I hope you enjoyed it. Now we're going to move on to the news and notes section of our show. Each week, we're just kind of, not each week, I guess,
Every month
or
twice a month probably.
something like that.
I don't know.
We're going to try to do this video at least once a month, maybe a little more if we can. But every episode we're going to talk about news and notes that recently came out that you guys might want to know.
Some very important news.
So the first bit that we need to tell you about is about amiibos.
These little figurine thingies.
So this is an amiibo. I'm going to try to get it close to the camera.
Link.
This is Link from Zelda.
Which is awesome.
So if you need to know what an amiibo is, I'm going to plug our blog site because I have a whole post on there about what amiibos are. But a quick overview, so you take this little character and you put him where, Micah?
On the Wii U tablet.
The controller for the Wii U. And it pops this character bloop, bloop, onto the screen. And in certain games like Super Smash Brothers, this little guy will pop up on the screen and fight. It's kind of cool.
You can do other games for those.
Yeah, these work for all kinds of games.
Yeah, there are a lot of new games for those. I've heard a lot about that.
Again, if you need to know more about amiibos, check out our blog post about it. But the big news about this is certain characters are only going to be available at certain stores. And Rosalina...
And Luma, don't forget Luma.
Yeah, they are one character, but it's kind of two characters in one. They are exclusive to Target. Only Target's going to carry them. They are only having one shipment of Rosalina at Target. Just one.
And Luma.
And Luma. Luma's attached to Rosalina. So we're just going to say Rosaluma. Rosaluma.
Yes.
Hashtag Rosaluma. So quick question for you, Micah. Remember when we were so into Skylanders?
Oh, yes.
What was your favorite aspect about Skylanders when they first came out? Oh yeah, we have a Skylander.
Right here, we found it.
Stealth elf.
Old game.
Yeah.
Very stealthfully.
So remember how hard these things were to find when they first came out?
Yes, I remember only being able to get like one.
Yeah.
Very rarely.
One of my favorite things about these is that they were so hard to find.
And now they're so easy.
Now they're easy, but what I'm saying is, Rosalina in Target is impossible to find now.
Yep.
They're taking the whole fun out of hunting these figures down by only shipping out a few to each store. Here's a quick note. I just saw this on a blog post today. Katy Perry, Super Bowl was last night, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Patriots won. Woot woot.
Suddenly he's a Patriots fan as well. But the Patriots won. Who performed in the Super Bowl? Or, I mean, in the halftime?
Katy Perry.
Katy Perry. You know how she had a microphone in her hand?
Mm-hmm.
I read online today that she used a Wiimote little...
We were talking about that earlier today, yeah.
You were talking about that?
Yeah, I mean, my friends were talking about it on the bus. We were talking about that if she fell, it would keep her up.
Yeah, she had a Wiimote strap around her wrist, so if she dropped her microphone, she could just pick it right back up. So throughout the whole halftime performance, she was using a Wiimote strap. I thought that was kind of interesting.
That was weird. I really thought that was kind of weird.
Hey, Micah.
Yeah?
Would you like to tell everybody about free Pokemon that you can get in the new Pokemon game?
Yes. If you have Omega Ruby, you can look on our blog, and we have a few codes to get free Pokemon. Already level 50, which is nuts.
What Pokemon are they?
Embor and Superior. Samurot's code has not been released yet, so we do not have that one yet.
I'm pretty sure, though, just looking at the codes, I believe, if you follow the directions on our blog post, I believe the code is Pokemon, and then whatever Pokemon number they are, is what I'm guessing. Because I believe it's Pokemon 500 for Embor, or one of the other.
Yes, Embor. Pokemon 497
for the
Superior.
One. So I'm guessing that Samurot's is going to be whatever Pokemon number he is.
Yeah.
We'll
see. They are powerful.
Yep, they're level 50. They come with all their abilities ready to go.
And they have some really powerful.
Yep. I believe Samurot's code is going to be released sometime in February, so as soon as we see that, we'll post it up.
Yeah.
Other cool news that you might want to talk about is the Super Smash Brothers new levels that they...
Oh, they're releasing... How many is it again?
They are releasing 15...
New levels.
New levels. And how much do you think that's going to cost?
I don't know, $15?
It's free.
Say what?
That's right, say what? It is free. It's just a regular downloadable update for the game. And
I haven't even got that yet.
Yeah, you can just update the game and you get 15 free new levels that are all able to play up to 8 characters on it. So
that's cool. In other news, there are several new LEGO games coming out. The first one is Jurassic World. Second, Avengers.
Avengers.
Dun, dun, dun.
So you can jump off of your
Iron Man.
Disney Infinity Avengers and go straight into your Lego Avengers. Avengers all the time.
Huh. That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
The third is Ninjago. And that looks really fun. That's the one that I'm really pumped about.
Do you like those Lego games?
Yeah, I played some of them. I played the Batman ones.
Yeah. We played a little bit of the Lord of the Rings one.
Yeah,
too.
we played a little bit of that one.
They're pretty fun.
I liked them.
I think if we ever get back into playing the Lego games, we can, do the Jurassic World.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah. So here's something that Micah may like, even though you don't play Minecraft that much anymore. Just saw today that they are having Minecon again this year. I think last year they ended up not having it.
They didn't?
Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
This year, though, Minecon's not coming stateside.
No.
It is.
You don't even play Minecraft. Why are you crying?
Oh, I'm sorry. It's going to be in London this year. So I believe the dates for that are actually July 4th weekend. So if you don't want to hang out with your family on July 4th, you want to take a trip to London to hang out with some Minecraft people, I think it's just everything Minecraft you can think of, I believe, is going to be at this this convention. So I thought that was very cool they're bringing it back, though.
Yeah.
So, do you want to go ahead and start our review?
You can. I'll be nice.
You ready to get into it, though?
Let's do this.
All right, let's do it. Let's do this. We just totally made up that handshake on the spot.
Yeah.
So every episode that we're going to record, we're going to focus on one game to review for you guys to finish our episode out. And this week, we chose a game that Micah and I have played for quite a while over the past couple months.
Yeah.
It is a game that has actually been out since 2004, early 2004. So this game is actually older than Micah is.
Yeah. I was born in 2004.
Yeah, but that's kind of crazy if you think about it. This game has been around for 10 years and it's still very relevant. What game might this be?
Huh.
It is World of Warcraft.
Warlords of Draenor.
Yeah.
Woo!
So there's a lot of perception on this game that it may not be appropriate for kids. I've been playing this game for quite a while, and I think that it can be appropriate for kids if you are able to monitor it well and make sure your kids aren't getting anything crazy. But we're going to get into that later. Right now, we're going to give you a quick overview about what this game is. Micah, what type of game?
It's a fantasy type game. You got dragons.
Dragons, you got ogres, you got orcs.
Goblins. It's endless pretty much.
Yep, it's very fantasy based. So if your kids are into that type of stuff, they could be very interested in this.
There is the Horde and the Alliance. The Horde are the bad guys. The Alliance are the good guys.
And you can actually create a character on either side of that spectrum. The Horde, they're kind of classified as the bad guys, but as you play through their storyline, you find out that they're not so bad after all, and that there's kind of a bigger bad guy in every game that you're playing, to where the Alliance, the good guys, and the Horde end up making a bigger alliance and fighting against this worse person. So A couple of things, since we're going to be kind of specifically reviewing the expansion, which just came out late last year. You level up your character throughout the game. So every time you get experience points, you kind of learn, new things. But you get to a point where you stop leveling, and this game now caps at
100.
Level 100.
Very high.
Originally in 2004 it was 60, so they've come a long way. But with this expansion pack, you actually get a boost, which you can use on any character you want, which sends a character from level 0 or 1, you start at 1, you can boost them straight up to level 90. Boom! Instant!
Ba-bam!
Ba-bam!
It's like a firecracker.
Firecracker just went off. So, what that does pretty much is it lets you experience all the new features in the game.
Yeah. It's a lot to take in, though.
Yeah, there's a lot of other things. I mean, there's a ton of stuff on this that it would probably take several episodes to review everything. But we're just kind of going to focus on a few aspects. We're going to focus on the kid side and the parents' take. So we're going to start with Micah. We're going to call this section every episode. We're going to call this Kids Talk. Oh, I like that. That was good.
Yeah.
So, Micah, take it away for Kids Talk this week.
I really like the game just because it's super fun to play, how they do the storyline. I think that's really cool. The graphics are great. You have 3D animations, which I love. It's kind of hard to play once you get higher leveled. You can get stuck on missions. That's happened to me before. You have to know how to play with the keyboard and a mouse. It's not a console game. Yes. It is a computer game.
So you don't have a controller. So the kids have to be able to play with the keyboard and the mouse.
I had to learn that.
Yeah, it takes a little bit of learning, but once you kind of get that down, it's pretty much like playing any other game.
Yeah.
Move the camera over to our cat. I don't know if you can get it in frame. Can you get it? She is conked out asleep. All right, sorry to interrupt.
Sorry, viewers. Now I'm going to talk about some of my favorite things that you probably will enjoy. I really like creating characters for some reason. It's just really fun to figure out what you're going to do. I like questing a lot too, because you get to level up and I'm getting spells and stuff like that.
So what are some of your favorite characters to create? Like, so in this game there's several different
classes.
Well, hold on. There's several different races, so you can choose between a human, which is pretty plain Jane, just kind of looks like people walking around. There's a couple different types of elves, it's night elves and blood elves, and there's a Turin, which is a big cow-like thing.
It's a bull.
A bull, yeah.
Dwarves,
gnomes, goblins. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff. Everything you can think of fantasy-based.
Undead.
You can create a character. So, out of all the types of characters you can make, what would be your favorite race?
Blood elves, probably.
The blood
Just
elves.
how they look. I love
So
how
they sound vicious, don't they? Blood elves, but they're really just kind of like Legolas in Lord of the Rings. They just kind of look like a regular elf, where the night elves on the other side of things are
pretty
kind
much
of
the exact same, except just their facial features.
yeah, they're a little darker too. So thus why they're called night elves. But yeah, blood elves are really. I actually really like making some blood elves too.
Yeah, those look so cool.
What are your favorite classes? So there's different types of classes you can make too. There's, you can play as like the soldier type, which is a warrior. He uses a big sword and he, attacks things. And there's a bow and arrow hunter.
As a little pet.
Yep. There's a mage that does magic spells
Pew,
and
pew,
stuff.
pew, pew.
So what would be your favorite class?
Probably a druid.
Why a druid?
Just because I like how you can change into different things and use different powers and stuff like that.
Yeah, druid's pretty cool because you can shapeshift into different animals and then use that animal's ability in your fights. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. So if you had to rate this game, Warlords of Draenor, if you had to rate this game, what would you rate it on a scale
Of 1 to 10.
1 to 5 million?
4,999.
4.9 million?
Yes. That's what I was
4.9
trying to
million,
get.
ladies and gentlemen. 4.9 million. That's pretty good. That's not your favorite game of all time? What would you rate Pokemon?
A full 5.
A full 5 million points. Okay. So, Micah gave his quick review over the game and what he enjoyed. Again, that's going to be the kids' talk. So, on the other side of the spectrum, we're going to have a section called Dad's Talk, which is going to kind of go over some of the perks, some of the red flags as a parent you may need to know about. In each episode, we're going to have different sections that will go over different aspects of the game. So each week, we're going to go over this section that's called the ups, which is
Ding.
good things, positive messages, any type of role models that the kids might see as they're playing this game. And with Warcraft, there's not a lot of, super epic heroes that you'll just sit there and see every minute. Like, you won't see like Captain America running around. You won't see a main character a lot. But they're in there. There's kings. There's leaders. But there are some noble people in the storyline, and there's tons of lore that I'm not even going to get into that that really showcase some good guys, the heroes that are saving the day. Most of the time, the kids won't really. A lot of the storyline is played through the quest lines, which are just kind of text boxes that pop up, and you accept the quest and you go off and do a task and collect 17 flower lilies and bring them back to this guy, and you get experience for it. And a lot of the storyline with the good guys are in that text that the kid's probably not even going to read. They're just going to accept the quest and go do it. So this next section we're calling the uh-ohs.
Uh-oh, I broke something.
Yeah, similar, something like that. But this section, every episode, is going to kind of focus on the bad things that I guess people could get into revolving around drinking or drugs or smoking, and if any of that is referenced in the game, and if they encourage it. Warcraft, there is some hints of it here and there throughout the game. A lot of the dwarfs and any fantasy lure, they're gonna really want to drink some ale, some good old ale. So there are some elements of drinking in it. There's some other lighter hints. There's some people that will maybe be smoking a pipe here and there, very similar to kind of like Gandalf or Bilbo Baggins and the Lord of the Rings story, how they kind of like to smoke pipes casually. But so there's no huge concerns on that front. So with most video games nowadays, one of the most talked about aspects of the game is
Violence.
And if it's
I'm not trying to make that sound good or anything. I'm just...
Okay. So we're going to talk about violence every week or every episode that we're talking about a game. And in this game, the animation style, the graphics are very cartoony. It's not very realistic. They have good graphics. I'm not saying they're bad, but it's not realistic. It's not like you're playing Assassin's Creed or something where the character models are super realistic. You have big swords. Characters do use guns or bows. There's some magic being used. But most of the violence is pretty cartoon feeling. There's no blood at all. Nothing, super graphic. The only red flag, I guess, in the violence side of things is some of the magic that's used could be considered kind of dark. There's a class in the game called a Warlock, which his magic is to summon demons.
Why are you laughing at this? This is not funny.
This is not funny. So they summon these cartoony kind of demons that will come up and help them fight.
They're like sidekicks.
You know, it's very sidekick feeling, but it's very common for this type of magic to kind of fit into this fantasy genre of game.
I'm sorry, but most kids aren't going to know what Assassin's Creed is. When you were
true, but
the
parents will are watching.
Yeah.
So
sorry.
Sorry
for that.
But yeah, so this type of magic is very common in the game. There's wizards and and all types of games that fall into this genre of fantasy. So the violence is, they're fighting. I mean, it's similar to something you'd see on Nickelodeon with like Ninja Turtles or something.
Nickelodeon.
Which is Ninja Turtles. High five. We love some Ninja Turtles. So it's very important to keep this very appropriate for kids that maybe want to watch and see little man Micah doing his thing on the show. So this section, let's see if you can get what I'm saying when I say this. Boys are blue and girls are pink. We don't want to make purple. So we're going to call this section purple content. I hope that parents understand kind of what I'm hitting at here. Some of the language and the quest lines could be a tad bit suggestive if you really look deep into it. Nothing, super over the top. A lot of the characters, you can make your character do several things if you type it into the keyboard, like laugh or joke around or dance. So dance is what I'm getting at. I've read online that some people may consider the dance moves a little suggestive, but a lot of the dance moves that the characters do,
it's like cool popular dance moves.
Yeah, it's very cool. One of them, I think the Blood Elves, is Michael Jackson. I mean, he's doing like the Thriller moonwalk dance. The only huge red flag in this is the clothing for some of the female models. They're a little bit skimpy at times, but you can really change the way your character looks. If you have a kid playing a female character, you can change the way that character looks by just getting some more gear or clothing on them to kind of hide the suggestiveness. But most of the time, people are running around in full armor.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Got the helmet on, got all this mail on, and the big old axe. I mean, you're pretty covered up most of the time.
Yeah, or else you're gonna die pretty much in the game.
Yeah, I mean, you got to have that on, or so you don't get killed by the monsters. Micah, do you know what time it is?
It's time to talk about that dirty mouth.
That dirty mouth time. This is where we talk about maybe some of the questionable language that might be in the game. Micah, do you think this game deserves to get a bar of soap in its mouth?
A very minor bar, probably.
Very minor bar. Okay.
Minor. Because the NPCs, which stands for non-playable characters.
So these will be the characters that your player will get quests from to go do tasks.
They will very rarely use minor language.
But most of the time, like I said earlier, kids are not paying attention to the quest text, the text box that pops up to tell you what to do. Most of the time, people just click the accept button, and they just go off and do the quest. They're not even reading it. So most of the time, I don't think they're going to see that. This is a very big red flag here.
This is a no-no.
Yeah, something that's very important for parents. This game is played with other people. Most of the time that you're playing this game,
you just hit me in the head.
Sorry, most of the time that you're playing this game, you'll be playing it with several people walking around, actual players you'll see on your screen, and those players can talk to you. Now, when you first start up the game, what that player says to you is not filtered. Like, they can say anything they want to you, including bad words, and you'll see it, which is a no-no. So there are parental settings that you can go in. You can filter out what people are saying to you as well. So if they're trying to talk to you, you know, if me and him are both on trying to play together, I want him to be able to talk to me. But you can filter out the bad words, and you can even set what the bad words are. All right, and the last section that we're going to cover in our episode game reviews each week is going to be
Stranger Danger.
Stranger Danger.
Wee-oo, wee-oo, wee-oo.
So this will kind of highlight the social aspect of each game. You know, how social is this? Are you talking to actual people back and forth? You know, are the people on this game that you're talking with older, like much older? You know, what are the concerns about how social the game is? Or do you just go off and play by yourself and, you know, it's all safe in your little bubble, you don't have to worry about talking to anybody? This game is pretty dangerous in this regard if it's left unmonitored. You know, your kid can get on and can go into this world and can talk to anybody they want to if you have the chat option up.
I mostly just do it with him.
Yeah.
Much. That's the only person I pretty much do it with.
So it definitely is a perk if the parent plays as well, so the parent can play with the child and make sure that they're kind of watching what they're doing. And the last thing I want to touch on in this section is just kind of a disclaimer. There is a store that you can purchase different items and rideable animals that the character can ride in the game.
And pets.
Pets, yep. So there's different things you can buy in the store.
They cost a lot of money.
And you just bought one, right?
Yeah, I just bought a new mount.
Yep, you bought a new mount.
Which is actually called Heart of the Aspects.
Heart of the Aspects. It's a big dragon type thing.
It's yellow. It's gold.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. But that uses real money.
Yeah.
So
expensive, not cheap.
If you have your credit card information attached to your account on Warcraft, and your kid goes in there and just messes around on the store and clicks things, they can purchase quite a bit of things in there. And it just charges straight to your card. So I would highly advise not linking your credit card to your Warcraft account, and just whenever, if they want to buy something, you know, they can come to you and use your card. So, with that, this is our verdict. Micah gave this game a 4.9 million.
And our highest is 5 million.
Out of 5 million. So that is pretty good. I have been playing this game
for 10 whole years.
I haven't been playing this game for the whole 10 years that it's been out. But I have played it for a long time. I played it a lot in college. Those were the days. All I had to do was go to class.
Flashback.
Flashback. I just had to go to class, come back from class, and play Warcraft literally all night. That's how big of a nerd I was. I didn't have any friends. I just played Warcraft nonstop
friendless for a while.
I had friends in the video game.
Yes, but not in real life.
No.
That's what we need to talk with you about.
It's pretty sad. But I have played this game for a long time. Is basically what I'm getting at, and it's a very fun game. I would definitely recommend this game for kids that are Micah's age, 10 and up. If, this is a huge asterisk here, if you monitor what they're doing. If, you know, it definitely helps if you're playing the game with them, because then you can, you know, tag along with them on quests and make sure they're not doing anything. And
we can't give you a specific age, really, but it really just depends on how mature they are.
Yep, that's right. So, like I said, 10 and up, for a general guideline, 10 and up if you're playing with the kid or if you're watching what they're doing constantly in the game. 13 and up if you're not too sure what's going on and you need to kind of learn the ropes. But again, like we said, we can't really put a pinpoint on this. This is just kind of a suggestion. It all depends on the maturity level. And one last line I want to say about Warcraft. Like I said, I've been playing this game for a long time. It is very addicting. So make sure that you're limiting your child's use on this game, because you could be playing this game for hours and not even know it.
Remember, back in college, it's okay.
Yeah, I know. I aged very quickly. Didn't even know what was going on. So with that said, I would definitely give this game a very high score. This expansion is really great. I would give this game a 9 out of 10.
So pretty much my score.
Very close to Micah's score. So that is all for the review of Warcraft. We talked about some cool news and notes that are happening. This is our very first show.
Mm-hmm.
This is Micah's very first attempt at any type of video game review type thing, podcasting, blogging, all that stuff. This is all his first take, man. He's 10 years old. He's rocking it. Yeah, he is. Boom! So, Micah, what are your plans for this next week in gaming? What are you going to try to do? What are you going to accomplish this week in gaming?
Play Warcraft.
You're going to play Warcraft. What level is your highest character?
93.
Micah, is there any other games that you're going to try to play this week other than Warcraft?
Probably Super Smash Bros. With my amiibos.
Oh yeah, we have 4 amiibos, which are pretty sweet
We have
little guys.
Pikachu and Yoshi.
Pikachu, Yoshi, Mario, and Link. So
Bing.
we're racking up on those. But yeah, and Link just stabbed me. Oh my gosh. Next week we're gonna actually review Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U. We have been playing that game quite a bit. Every time Micah has a sleepover, him and his friends are playing the game all night. So we're gonna review that game.
Next week. Da-na-na-na-na.
Na-na-na-na.
You can't do it right, so don't do it, please.
Oh, I'm not allowed to do that. I'm not allowed to.
You're naughty. You're naughty boy.
So with that, guys, I appreciate you watching. I hope this was very informative. I hope this is something that you and your kids are going to enjoy watching. And Micah, do you have anything else to add for our viewers?
We have to promote our stuff.
Oh man, I totally forgot about doing that again. So if you guys want to go check out our blog page, it is
MnM Gaming.
.blogspot.com. Also, you can follow us on Twitter at Gaming with
MnM.
And then we also have a Facebook page, which is pretty new. We don't have hardly any views on it. So if you want to get on there, I think if you just search for MnM Gaming, you can find us on that. I think that's about it. This wraps up our show.
Mm-hmm.
Last thing I can say is net. ESPN so gonna sue us for that.
This is MnM Gaming.
Boom!
Out!
Explosions and fire!
So I can do the pan.
Yeah, we'll get to that. The what?
Dang.
Are you doing ESPN?
Dang.
Da-na-na.
No, like dang, where it like goes into another thing. Do you understand what I'm doing here?
Yeah, sure. Do that when I say it.
Oh.
Okay. It's time to talk about that dirty mouth, Micah.
Dang.
What is that?
You don't understand?
No, I don't understand.
Dang. Don't you get it?
What's up there?
Do I need to like bring up a clip or something? Somebody doing this? Dang.
Is it like the sound effect going to the next section or something?
Yes. Dang.
All right, I'll add those in when I'm editing. You don't have to do them. Micah, do you know what time it is?
It's time to talk about that dirty mouth.
Okay, let's do that again.
Perfect. Should we do that? Can I do that?
Yes. Humongous red flag here. This is very, very important for. Did you just burp? Or you can't do that.